That is way better than telling someone, don't worry, rejection is redirection. That is not what that person wants to hear at that moment. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Winfred Wangari and this is another episode of self-discovery and unlocking the mysteries of your mind and your soul. Karibuni sana. Right into the episode. So today I want us to talk about toxic positivity. I bet you have come across this word before, and if not, I'm here to tell you about it. So toxic positivity is kind of self-explanatory. So there's a difference between being optimistic and being positive, but in a negative kind of way. So this is what I mean. Have you ever been in a challenging situation, or have you ever found yourself going through a hard time? Maybe you've lost your job, or maybe someone close to you has passed away, or you have just encountered something that has made you feel sad, or you have encountered something that has made you feel angry. And then someone comes and tells you, don't worry, it will all pass. Or someone tells you, there's a reason for everything that happens. Someone tells you, rejection is redirection, so don't wallow in your misery. Someone tells you it could have been a lot way worse. Have you ever found yourself in such a situation? So what these people are doing is that they are trying to tell you to suppress your negative emotions and trying to tell you to hide behind looking on the bright side. The way people say this popular phrase, looking at the glass half full instead of half empty. That's kind of what it is. People will try and tell you that even though these bad things has happened to you and you're feeling sad and you're feeling angry, no, stop feeling angry, stop feeling sad. Look at the other side of things. Things would have gone way worse than now. There are people who are having it worse than you. Be thankful for what you have. So that is what we could say defines toxic positivity. It is masking your negative emotions by imploding on positive emotions. So someone will tell you, you're ruining the vibes here with your sadness, you're ruining the vibe, just be happy, don't worry, be happy. So it is covering up your negative emotions with positive emotions. So it is like someone is forcing you to be happy in a situation where you feel very, very sad and you feel angry. So that essentially is what toxic positivity is. And the difference between this and actually being positive or an optimistic kind of view is that for someone who is optimistic, or for someone who's trying to tell you to be optimistic, they're going to acknowledge your negative feelings first. So they'll tell you, oh my god, I'm really sorry you lost your job, I'm really sorry about that, I can't even imagine what I would do in your situation. It must be difficult, so in case you need anything, or in case you need any help, any support, I am here for you. In case you need someone to talk to, I am here for you. You see, that is how you go about it. That is someone telling you that you are right to feel what you're feeling. You just lost your job, for crying out loud. How is someone coming to tell you that you know what, that means something good is coming for you? We don't know that. And even if yes, that's the case, and you're trying to encourage me, and even if it is coming from a point of empathy or a point of understanding, it does not come across like that. It comes off as invalidating someone's feeling. Handling the situation in this way of acknowledging someone's feeling and offering them your support, that is way better than telling someone, don't worry, rejection is redirection. That is not what that person wants to hear at that moment. Okay, so that is the difference. For optimism, you acknowledge someone's feelings and you don't try and invalidate them, and you don't try and disregard their feelings, and you don't try and alienate them just because they are feeling bad. So people are there and they're like, she's in a bad mood today, she's bringing negative vibes today, and maybe her mom, maybe her mom is sick, or maybe she has a sickly child at home. It's very wrong, and that's why a lot more awareness needs to be done on toxic positivity and optimism. There's a very, very big difference. Another way that toxic positivity manifests itself is in the form of denying reality. So the whole human experience is very complicated, you know. And if you're talking about emotions and feelings, we have the positive emotions and we have negative emotions. So when we are happy, you know, when we are excited, when we are grateful, everyone wants to associate themselves with us. You know, people will call you, you know, the life of the party. People will say, oh, she's always so positive, I love her vibe, she's always so positive. People will love that about you, and you will also love that about yourself. But when you experience negative emotions, which is also a part of the human experience, then the narrative changes, and people will be like, ah, she's a bad vibe, and you yourself, you're like, I hate myself for feeling like this. Why am I feeling unworthy right now? I hate myself for feeling this way. So it does not make sense for you to be, you know, to be accepting of positive emotions but to deny the reality of the negative emotions. The same way that these positive emotions are valid is the same way that these negative emotions are valid. It is very, very unfair that people are accepting of positive emotions, but when it comes to negative emotions, it's like it's a plague. You know, it's a poison. Nobody wants to associate themselves with them, but the sooner we accept that it is part of human life and it is part of the human experience, the better it is for everyone. And I'm not here trying to tell people to be miserable to be miserable and be sad forever and be angry forever and be in the comfort zone of negativity. And now on to my next point. If negative emotions did not have a place in the human experience, it would not be there. So the fact that it is there, it means that it actually has a benefit. You know, it actually has a benefit. So, and the benefit is that you get to grow and you get to be more appreciative of the happy moments or the happy experiences you have. So if, let's use the example of someone that has lost their job, right? They're feeling sad, they're feeling unworthy, they're feeling that, you know, they're not deserving of a better job, and they feel like they're a failure. If you allow them to feel those emotions without shaming them, when they actually do get a job, they will be more appreciative of that particular job, because they'll remember there was a time that I was actually so down. There was a point in my life where I thought that the world had ended and I thought that I was never going to amount to anything, but here I am with my new job and I love it, and I am going to do my best to keep this job, and I'm going to do my best to elevate my life through this job. So it makes you more appreciative of life. If you got hurt in a relationship, and you feel the hurt, you allow yourself to feel the hurt, the next time you're in a relationship, you are going to be so appreciative of that relationship, because you understand the feelings from the past relationship, you understand the hurt that came with the other relationship, and that is growth. And that growth only came from you experiencing bad situations. So accept it. If you mask behind positive emotions, then how are you going to really fully experience the human experience? How are you going to do that? So instead of forcing yourself to be happy, and instead of disregarding your negative emotions, what you should do is master the art of actually dealing with these negative emotions. And the way that we do that is by becoming self-aware. You know, sometimes you experience negative emotions and you don't really know what exactly you're feeling. You just know that you're not feeling okay. So being at a point of self-awareness where you know, right now I am feeling sad. So this whole situation has made me feel sad, or this whole situation has made me feel more sad than angry. Then now you can focus on the sadness, you know, instead of being confused on what it is you're really feeling. You know, some people say, oh, I'm feeling all over the place. What is all over the place? What does all over the place mean for you? So if you're feeling all of these things, what feeling is manifesting itself more? Is it sadness? Is it anger? Is it guilt? Is it shame? What is it? Put a name to what you're feeling and put the right name on it. So once you know that actually in this moment I am feeling I'm actually feeling a lot more guilt, then now you can decide, okay, if I'm feeling all this guilt, then how can I go about it? You know, what can I do so that the next time I experience such a situation, I can know how to handle it? So be aware of your emotions, be aware of what triggers you. Then now, once you know that, it's going to be easy for you to deal with the emotions. And dealing with these emotions could take in many forms. You could decide to journal. Once you decide to write your thoughts down and everything, you might feel a sense of relief, and if not, you journal again. And if you still do not feel you do not feel like you are relieved of the burden of the emotion that you're feeling, you could try something else. You could try taking a walk, you could try going on a solo date, you could try and talk to your to your mentor, you could try and do some exercise, depending on what you love most. So you need to find a way to manage your emotions so that you have a structure and that your emotions do not get you off guard. The other thing is that when we suppress our emotions, or with other people suppress our emotions, it leads to way worse results. For example, you could find yourself depressed, and then you wonder, why am I depressed? It is because you have been hiding behind this happy face and you have been suffering inside. So instead of looking for solutions to make yourself feel better or to pull yourself from the negative emotions, you have been suppressing them, and they've been boiling over until now you are depressed. And now you cannot pinpoint to when you began feeling depressed. You cannot pinpoint. You just know that it's an accumulation of things that have happened. So that is the adverse effects of suppressing one's emotions. So please avoid suppressing your emotions, because you would rather deal with those emotions right now than deal with them later, when everything is just overly complicated and you actually may need to spend even more resources, maybe for therapy, for drugs, for medication. And it is very hard to come out of depression. That I know for sure, it is very hard. So also try and be your own person, and try and not let people's opinions about negative emotions get to you. So if you are at a point where you are self-aware and you know that you're supposed to embrace your negative emotions, if someone comes to you and they're trying to tell you to do the opposite, you should be able to identify that, and you should be able to either call them out on it or just leave them be, but you know what you're supposed to do. But I feel that when we create more awareness on toxic positivity, then it becomes easier, because more people will embrace it and the society can begin to change. Yeah, so that was my little talk for today. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. I hope that you are now more informed on toxic positivity, and going forward, if you're feeling sad, just sit with your feelings, face your feelings, and just find a way to manage your feelings instead of suppressing them. And yeah, so if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and even share. See you on the next one. Bye.